Do that again.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
No, it's just I think you can because we can see the icon.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't know they are not responding, but
Yes, I hear.
Okay.
Yeah, they can.
Good.
Good.
Okay.
So we're,
But the thing is that we can see everything.
Hey.
are you sharing?
Yeah.
Please keep sharing.
Yeah, it's going to become a problem when we have to hear him.
Yeah, we have to switch it kind of when he will go.
We have
And I will
some.
shut up.
But
Okay.
we will shut it up and then this one will not be available for all time. That's nothing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so apologies to the people online that missed the first bit. As I was saying, this approach started originally at NASA JPL. They developed this ontological modeling language, which is a convenience layer on top of our RDF, and the corresponding tools, which is being open source as OpenCaesar. Then Perpetual Lab, as I was saying, came around because we wanted to develop a DevOps platform for what we call digital engineering. What does it mean? Essentially, we wanted to take what is the common practices of product development in software, platforms like GitHub and GitLab, and we thought, okay, in industrial engineering, we are developing a lot of digital models and data. Why don't we develop a platform that allows the industrial engineers to manage their digital models and their development and design process in the same way that software engineers do? And that was the original idea, and we call it DevOps for digital engineering. And we called that platform the Digital Engineering Commons. And then we started conversations with NASA JPL, and we realized, and we started using OpenCaesar, and we realized that there was a real potential for merging this idea of a DevOps platform for digital engineering with an ontological backbone for data interoperability and semantic interoperability of these digital artifacts. And that's how this concept of GitWorks was born, and we have recently released an initial deployment of GitWorks, which is still in private beta, under development, and that's where we are here, because we wanted to show you what we're working on and get the feedbacks early on from the experts. Okay, so I think at this point we wanted to do a little introduction to OML, the ontological modeling language, and this is the part where I'm going to introduce Maged Elazar, which is currently the lead product developer at NASA JPL. 1 second, Maged. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we've been a bit long with the introduction of OML, but essentially everything that Maggot, all the background that Maggot covered on OML, the continuous integration, the reasoner, the bundle closure, we have packaged all of that into a web-based platform, essentially, which we've called GitWorks. GitWorks is, first of all, is a DevOps platform. So it provides you all the typical DevOps services that you expect from a DevOps platform. Okay, so at the moment is in private beta. You can, if you want, you can sign up for the public beta when it's gonna be released. But essentially, you sign in. Yeah, the first environment is the project environment. This is where we provide all the DevOps, typical GitHub, GitLab type of features that you would expect. So you would have a normal kind of repository environment. So each project is backed by both a Git repository, which is how you manage your artifacts, and is the usual type of workload, commit, merge, pull request, issue tracking, all that kind of stuff. These are you manage the files, but it's also each project is also backed by a triple store, an RDF triple store that is also a version triple store that mirrors and instantiates all the commits of the repository, so you can actually perform a time travel query on the repository, which means that you can see the file, but you can see also the ontologies in an ontology editor that we have built right into the platform. So in here, you can explore your vocabularies, you can explore the concept that you have in your ontology, and you can add new one, and you can modify the concept and the instances, so you can modify both the vocabularies and the descriptions in here, and you can do so using a form-based UI that essentially allows you to automate some of the modeling capabilities of OWL through a UI, not a scripted interface. You can see the diagrammatic representation of OML that Maggot presented before, and you can even edit directly the text file directly in the web interface. And then you can go to the workbench, and the workbench, think about it as a smart notebook environment where you can essentially create dynamic reports that mix together narrative, text narrative, and queries on your data with multiple type of visualization, like data and diagrams, trees, and other kind of visualizations. And then once you are ready, let's say you can commit your changes in the usual. You can collaborate with other people. You can commit your changes, and then a pipeline is triggered. Now we haven't fully implemented this environment yet, but essentially I'm going to show it on GitLab now. This implements what Maggot just said. The OML is translating to OWL. All the checks are done. And then the reports are generated, and those are published as artifacts and can be seen as web pages, essentially. That can be shared with all your project stakeholders, because these are just regular pages, static pages that are generated though at CI/CD time from the RDF triple store. And the other interesting thing is the commons. The commons environment is the repositories. It acts as, it provides the typical NPM Maven functionality. So directly from your repo, you can publish your artifacts, your ontologies, your vocabularies, your descriptions, and other type of modeling artifact to the commons. And then other projects can declare dependencies on your published vocabularies and descriptions and import them into their project. And that's how you close the loop on these DevOps development workflow. So as I said, GitWorks is under development. At the moment is in private beta, but you can sign up, so we'll notify you when the public beta is available. And yeah, apologies for going over time. If there is any question, I'll be happy to take.
Okay, thank you, Maria. We really do not have time for questions, so I will ask that utilize the coffee break afterwards to ask him more questions. I'll invite Jean-Charles Leclerc from Total. And then again, just a couple of minutes to set him up.
Okay, so you have a email from yes, otherwise I can still send you now.